episode of Quarterly Earnings. Justin, here we're talking Luminar's IPO as well as Lidar versus camera self-driving vehicles. Give us a little rundown of what's been going on.
All right, so if you don't know, Luminar is a top producer in sensor technology, which is basically LiDAR. It's not radar, but it's bouncing light back and forth and doing reading distances from other objects and solid objects at least. And so it is the main technology in about half of autonomous vehicles. So pretty big deal. They have just freaking rocketed the last couple of days or the last week.
Rocketed, bro.
Yeah, dude. Shock it.
No, they're SPAC investors talk, I assume.
Yeah, beat me to the punch there. Yes, so they, like everyone else, went public via surprise, a SPAC.
Surprise, a SPAC.
Yes. Right now, a very successful SPAC. Hopefully not like Nikola, like we love to hate on here. Although I can't complain too much of Nikola. They made me a good little solid start to my investing strategy and then pulled out immediately. Thank God. Anyway, so they're up 170% since last Tuesday, which is pretty intense. So they are the direct competitor for autonomous vehicles, at least because they are, they're producing all this LiDAR that all the autonomous vehicles are going to try to use. I say all, that's not true. Tesla uses cameras. So Elon always badmouths.
He hates LiDAR, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. And so the thing behind that is, the cameras more replicate and with introduction of AI, kind of act like an eyeball and a brain, to where it's actually reading and evaluating like an eyeball would. So LiDAR is more of like algorithm based, where it's like, this happens, this happens, the result is X, and so there's always been debate on which one is the better to use for autonomous vehicles. Both have their drawbacks. We've talked about that in a previous episode. I think it was like 2 or 3, back when I think Velodyne was actually going public, which I'm happy about right now, since they're piggybacking off of Luminar's success here.
I'm assuming every EV and SPAC and something electric in the name is piggybacking off of Tesla, and every single electric stock going up and to the right.
Right. So yeah. So LiDAR also, by the way, just isn't used only for autonomous vehicles. I use it for my industry too. We're doing a lot of topographic surveys and stuff like that using LiDAR as the technology becomes better. So they're not only limited to autonomous vehicles, but that is the hot, sexy thing right now. And will be for a while, as long as they still use LiDAR. They started trading publicly Thursday. And with that, it made Austin Russell, who is a 25-year-old founder and CEO of the company.
Do you think hold up. 25, you say? Do you think he's a quarter life investor? He's clearly a listener.
He needs to be.
Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Exactly. Although this guy might live till he's like 1,000, probably, because he's a freaking billionaire.
Is his name Chris Traeger? Is his name Chris Traeger? I mean, I reject that proposal.
Oh man, you could probably do this if you wanted to. Probably go AI fully and live to be 1,000. Anyway, so this little shit founded Luminar at age 17 in 2012, and now he is a billionaire, like I said. Says all due respect, but go fudge yourself. Because I'm 27 and not a billionaire. I'm a little shy.
Yeah, me too. Just a 999.99 million shy, or whatever it is, 100 million. I appreciate you calling our potential listeners right in our target demo little shits. I think that's going to do great and resonate well.
So they call our followers, right? Is that the nickname we deemed for them?
I believe that's when you get the block thrown on their Twitter handle. But yeah, so what, they signed a deal with Volvo though, didn't they?
Yeah, signed a deal with Volvo, and that will start production in 2022. And they're committing to being fully autonomous on highways by 2022.
Gotcha.
So neighborhoods not so much. It's kind of like you see with the Google cars going around the autonomous vehicles. There are some deals being made. But with all that, Luminar is still unprofitable. I think they lost.
No, a SPAC
Yeah,
in,
another
in an
one
electrical vehicle technology company is not profitable?
that
Never.
had no actual sales. Yeah.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
Well, if they're not the ones producing that ton of vehicles, so maybe it's a little bit of a surprise. But anyway, yeah, they lost, I think, in the range of like 70 million, 74 million 2 years ago, and then 94 million last year. So yeah, they're not profitable, but they do have deals, like I said, with Volvo, and then a lot of other companies are interested in using their technology. So that might change, but it'll be a while. It's still another one of those that we just don't understand of how they can just raise their influence with so much debt.
Well, I mean, it's not debt when it's VC funding and you can still lose
Yeah,
money. And that's what you're seeing every company do that, whether they're a tech company or EV company or not. People are chasing growth. They're not chasing profitability if they don't have to or until they're forced to. I think this company, we talked about DoorDash previously and other food delivery companies always chasing growth but never profit and may never find that sacred profit. But this one, I think you can get there by eventually either being acquired by a legacy automaker or Tesla. Well, it won't be Tesla if Elon hates Lidar. Maybe a different EV company that also gets big, but you might have them just get acquired by or partner with a legacy automaker and get royalties, things of that nature. They have other ways to get revenue, I think, and get profitable if they have to. But why not go for growth while you can? You don't have, when that's what's expected of you.
exactly. Yeah, and the fact that Lidar isn't just used for autonomous vehicles, so
Exactly.
they have some upside.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
It's their total addressable market, their TAM. You want to throw in the buzzword is not just the automakers, like you said, and they can go elsewhere.
Yeah. So they'll continue to rehash the camera versus lidar debate for years to come. I'm sure once the first wreck happens with either one, they're going to go all in.
Way to be positive.
I mean, hey, I'm just looking out for it.
I know.
They're waiting for it too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that day never comes.
It will happen, but I mean, it's still the theory is that it's going to reduce, whether it be AI or not AI, cameras or lidar. It's both of them should reduce the amount of wrecks.
Yeah, just traffic accidents in general, and that's the whole point of autonomous vehicles is try to lessen that traffic accidents.
Well, that and texting while driving too, right?
Yeah, to take the human equation out of it, which it's kind of the great irony of it is our brains are so powerful and able to process the act of driving a 2-ton hulk of metal at 80 plus miles an hour and be able to process our surroundings in a calm way. Yet that same brain and decision making can also lead to us either harming ourselves or others. It's unfortunate. So removing us, and plus, I'm all for, if they can get AVs right, I'm all for it. Give me that little 5 AV, and I will gladly just sit in the back and read whatever on a tablet or and drink coffee and enjoy a commute maybe, rather than sitting there and trying to half scroll at red lights what podcast to switch to in the morning other than ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, just to wrap up, you'll say the future is bright for lidar.
I hate you.
I know. Anyway, thank you.
With a name like Luminar-y, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, on that terrible note, like, rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll see you next time.